6 logical riddles I bet you can't solve. These logical riddles are great to boost your IQ and a mind-bending way to put your coffee break to good use. But watch out, you have to be a real genius to solve some of these. So, let's get your brain receptors firing and crack on with these amazing logical riddles. Are you ready? Is that a yes I hear? Riddle 1. 3 bulbs, 1 switch. An electrician has been called to a house with a big dilemma. The owner of the house leads the electrician to 3 switches in his downstairs hallway. He explains that each switch turns one of 3 light bulbs on in the attic of his house, and that you can turn each switch on and off and leave them in any position you want. The owner had tried absolutely everything to work out which switch turns off which light bulb, and he was beginning to think he'll never work it out. The catch? The electrician is only allowed 1 trip upstairs to the attic. But he knew immediately how to solve the problem, and the owner, acting on the electrician's advice, successfully worked out how to solve his problem. What did the electrician say to the owner? Can you solve which switch corresponds to which light bulb? I'll give you 10 seconds to have a think. Ready for the answer? The electrician told the man to keep the first bulb switched on for a few minutes. Why? Because the bulb will get warm from being on. So then, all the owner had to do was switch the bulb off, switch another one on, and walk up to the attic upstairs. The owner will be able to easily identify which bulbs are which, as the first one will still be warm and the other one will still be on. Wahahaha, I told you these weren't easy. Riddle 2. Philosopher's Clock. One day, an absent-minded technophobe philosopher was wandering around his house when suddenly he spotted something very bad. He immediately went over to investigate and realized it was as bad as he had first imagined. The grandfather clock in his house, the only clock the philosopher had, was out of battery. He had been so busy pondering the meanings of life that he had forgotten to wind the clock up. As a technophobe, he had no mobile phone, TV, home telephone, internet, or any other means of telling the time. But as the philosopher sat there, he had an epiphany. He knew exactly where his friend lived and how long it would take to walk there. So, he traveled on foot to his friend's house and stayed there for the night. In the morning, the philosopher walked the exact same journey back, and he knew exactly what time to set the clock. Can you work out how the philosopher knew the exact time to set? And your 10 seconds starts now. So brace yourself. Here's the answer. Did you forget that clocks can still measure time even when they're not showing the right time? So the philosopher wound the clock up, and as he knew exactly how long the journey took him to his friend's house, and that the friend has a clock showing the correct time, so when he arrived back in the morning, he knew exactly what time to set. Okay, hands up, who managed to solve that one? Did you? If you did, leave a comment below with the hardest riddle you know, and see how many people can answer it. Riddle 3. A ball in a hole. 2 friends, Bill and Jeff, are playing table tennis against each other, and it's come to sudden death. Bill hits an amazing smash shot, the ball whizzing past Jeff without his bat even being raised. It was their last good table tennis ball, as all the other balls had been lost or broken from their hours of play. The winning ball bounced around and eventually embedded itself into a narrow pipe, 1 foot long down and with concrete surrounding the pipe so they couldn't alter the pipe's position. Jeff, who lost the point, said to his friend Bill, "If I can get our last good ball out of the pipe without breaking it, then you have to forfeit the game?" Bill thinks about Jeff's offer and adds some conditions. "Okay, but you can only use your table tennis paddle, your shoelaces, and this bottle of water." Jeff immediately says yes. 2 minutes later, Jeff has retrieved the ball undamaged, and Bill, frustrated, can't work out how Jeff did it. Can you work out what Jeff did to retrieve the ball? So, here we go. Your 10 seconds starts now. Want your answer? Well, here it is. Bill gave what he thought were random things to Jeff to get the ball from the pipe. But Jeff, a keen logician, knew that all he had to do was pour the water down the pipe and the ball will float up to the surface. Riddle 4. Monkey and Unicorn. Once upon a time, in a long-lost magical kingdom, a beautiful princess named Alice was strolling around a forest nearby her castle. As she was walking, Alice heard some noises coming from a cabin in the woods. An inquisitive princess, Alice went to investigate and see who was inside the cabin. When she approached, she saw a magnificent monkey and a magical unicorn. The princess had heard about the monkey and unicorn from her bedtime stories as a child. She knew that the monkey lies on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and on the other days, the monkey speaks the truth. And that the unicorn lies on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and on the other days, the unicorn speaks the truth. The monkey said to Alice, "Yesterday I was lying." And the unicorn says to Alice, "So was I." Which day did they meet Alice? A real brain twister, this one, and your 10 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1. So, what's the answer then? Pay attention. The monkey and the unicorn have no days where they both lie. And we know that they both speak the truth only on Sunday. We know the day is not Sunday, as the monkey would have been lying in what he said to the princess. So this means that only one of them lied. If the unicorn was honest, then it would have to be Sunday, right? Nope. Remember earlier? We've already proved Sunday to be wrong. So this means that the monkey spoke the truth when he met Alice on Thursday and spoke to Alice about Wednesday, one of the days he lies. Riddle 5. The Coin Conundrum. A man is walking through a busy street when he spots a hustler offering $50 to win his game. The man goes over to the hustler and says, "So what do I have to do to win this $50 then?" The hustler, laughing to himself, explains the rules to the man. "Here are 3 coins. One is gold, another silver, and the last is copper. If you make a truthful statement, you will get one of these coins. But if you make a false statement, you will get nothing." The hustler continues and asks the man, What sentence can guarantee that you get the gold coin? Remember, you can win 50 bucks. In the end, the hustler ended up giving the man the gold coin and $50. Can you work out the sentence the man said to the hustler? And your 10 seconds starts right now. Did you manage to solve this mind-bending logic riddle? The man said to the hustler, "You will give me neither a copper nor silver coin." If this is true, then the man would get the gold coin. The man was clever and used a double negative, which means his answer could also mean you will give me either copper or silver coin. And that means it breaks the condition that you get no coin when lying. A hard one, right? Don't worry, keep at it and you'll be a logic riddle expert in no time. One more to go. Riddle 6. The frustrating elevator. A man called Charles works on the 10th floor of his office building. At the end of each day, because Charles is so tired from his laborious day at work, he takes the elevator down to the ground floor. I mean, who wants to walk 10 floors, right? One day, Charles turns up at his office in the morning. He's annoyed because it's glorious sunny weather and he has to finish up loads of work before a deadline. When Charles arrives at the office, it's like a desert. He's forgotten that it's a national holiday and no one is in the office. Charles, lazy and frustrated, can only take the elevator up to the 7th floor and has to walk the rest of the way. But he can go all the way up to the 10th floor when other employees are in the elevator with him or when he's come to work on a rainy day. Can you work out why Charles has to walk from the 7th floor this day? Your last 10 seconds starts now. Charles is too short to reach the floor 10 button on the elevator button board. But when his office colleagues are with him, he can ask them to push the button for the 10th floor. And on a rainy day, he always brings an umbrella, so Charles can push the button using that. Well, that's it. Is your brain fried? Or are you willing to keep stretching those brain muscles? If you want to keep going, then click the detective riddles on your screen now. Let us know if you solved any of these logical puzzles by leaving a comment below. Better yet, if you think you have a riddle which can best your brain training pals, then leave it below for a chance to be featured in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more brain-twisting riddles and puzzles. See you next time!